Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless reading. This reading is for my no contacts, low communications, twin flames and separation, soulmates and separation. So if you're not interested in your past, this reading won't be for you. But if you've got somebody on your mind, we're going to ask our spirit guides now, what is going on in this connection? What is our no contact person thinking and feeling? Where are we headed? What does spirit want for this connection? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that was newly guided here. This is for all signs and any sign that you may be thinking of. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you need to know about my person, thoughts and feelings, things that need to be said or heard? I am listening for you now. I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. So the person who has regrets, the person who has, what have I done? And maybe they don't have, maybe their ego is preventing them from picking up the phone. You know, sometimes I just I can't come forward and admit my fault, or I can't be the one that gives in because my ego then says you won. You know, it could be as silly as that. But are they haunted? I don't know how to let you go. There's so much unspoken between us, and I need to tell you how I really feel. That's usually what happens, is that we just stop talking about our feelings. And then all of a sudden it blows up and you're like, well, I didn't even know you were thinking that. I didn't even know that you were upset about that. You know, I'm not a mind reader. You should have told me. So what didn't we talk about is usually what the problem is. I knew you were right, but you couldn't admit it to yourself or you. Part of me feels like there's a big ego involved. I think the ego is preventing the discussion, preventing the phone call. Picking up the phone. I mean, like I said, I feel like if I pick up the phone, it's somehow you win. It's not a winning game. It's not it's a stalemate right now. I have to be in contact with you again. I miss you too much. So are they going to give in, Spirit, is the question. Are they ready to break? Is the question. Let's get some cards. Let's see. Or is the silent, break the silence? I mean, that's really what we're asking. I'm not asking for it to be perfect. I'm asking for the break in the silence. The silence is killing me. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? I have a 4 of Swords. King of Pentacles. It could be my ego. I have a Fool, okay. And I have a Moon, and there's a part of me, and I didn't even plan this, but the neon colors in the deck, for some reason, I feel like they're trying to show me like this connection has a vibration of its own, that it's not like any of the other colors in the, on the color wheels. Neon colors are very special and very unique within themselves, aren't they? Everybody knows a neon color when you see it. So there's a sense of this, nothing can stop this vibration. And I feel like that's what's going on. And that would be a soul contract. Nothing can stop this vibration between us. And whether we talk, we don't necessarily talk like that. It's nothing can stop these feelings between us. Nothing can stop this pull between us. Nothing can stop that I'm thinking about you all the time, the invisible thread. So, but the neon colors came into me as this connection has a certain level vibration that other relationships don't, and you know it. So I think there's something to be said. The moon in the Fool is more of a feeling of, I do want to start over. I'm just kind of trying to trust. I'm trying to trust my intuition again. I'm trying to they're saying to remember that how happy we are and how happy we can be. This is coming into me also as promises of happiness. And I know we can't make promises of happiness, but we can dream, right? We can talk about, we can be happy again. We can talk about what does it look like to be happy again. And it felt like, instead of fighting, instead of arguing, instead of, butting heads, can we talk about what our life could be like again? Could we put these two cards together and talk about, but we can be happy. You don't want to lose you. What did they say? I don't want to lose you. Then we have to talk about what it's going to take for us to be happy. And they're saying a leap of faith. I mean, my Fool is a leap of faith. The same as when we started this journey, we are going to have that same leap of faith again. Although this time it's going to be harder because now there's some hurt. Now there's some words that can't be taken back. Now there's some unspoken words, they said. I have a Hermit. Now I know what it feels like to be left alone. You left me. You walked away. I've been lonely without you. I have a King of Swords. Your ego got in the way. So this big ego is preventing, and maybe you know that about this person. Obviously, you love this person. Some people can't help themselves. They're just bigger than life. They walk into a room, they have a certain presence about them, but it doesn't mean that they can take advantage of you or manipulate you or being that you're beneath them. Okay. I have an Emperor. This person is probably very confident, secure, doing things in their life that they're proud of. So you maybe that's what attracted you to them in the first place, that you were, this sense of I'm really proud to be with this person. I like their confidence. Spirit, please share with me. I have unrevealed secrets. Have you been hiding something from me? Sometimes you think that there's more going on than there is because they're not saying anything. And if they weren't doing anything, they'd be talking, But maybe there's not as much going on. Sometimes our head creates things that aren't really there. We accuse people of things that haven't really happened. So think about what has been said and what the truth is. Sitting in a puddle of self-pity. I don't like being alone. I'm going to put that on you for a minute. Take this time, instead of being in a pity pot that somebody isn't calling you or hasn't reached out or isn't sharing their feelings and repairing the damage or chasing back after you. Instead of being on a pity pot, take this time and energy to take care of yourself. Love yourself. Do something that you don't normally do. Go out with friends. Spend time with people that you don't usually have time to see because you're busy to be with your person. Try to step out of yourself if you can, just to not be in that pity state, because it's nobody's fault. It's not your fault. It's not their fault. And you guys have to meet somehow in the middle. I have every love song reminds me of you. So I can't even listen to the radio. This person's struggling. There could be really having a hard time with just music. Maybe they shut the music off in the car. Like, I can't even listen to any of my playlist. So they're having a hard time. Poor judgment. I made a mistake. I do feel like they have regrets. I will say they have regrets. I do feel like it's catching up with them, that maybe some of the things that I said were not fair. I shouldn't have said those. I said them at a time when I was upset. I can't take back my words. I wish I could go back in time, something like that. I have mastering a karmic lesson. This has definitely been a big karmic lesson. This is, I'm going to say I was a poor judge of character. I was a poor judge of, I don't know if it's unrevealed secrets. I don't know if you think that. I feel like somebody accused somebody of doing something behind their back, say, accusing you of cheating, and you're not cheating. And it just got really ugly. It was like, you're so jealous. Your ego is so inflated. I'm doing nothing wrong. That person is a friend. Are you out of your mind? So either jealousy or some kind of, I think you're lying to me energy, and it's just not true. Being accused of something that you're not doing is one of the feelings that's coming into me. It's just so complicated. And I feel that I'm struggling again with, how did we get here? It shouldn't be this complicated. It shouldn't be, we shouldn't be struggling. We have this neon vibe that nobody else has. How about we're ready to take control and lead, and no more bad decisions? This is a little bit of a truce feeling coming into me, that we can decide together that, I guess, accusing somebody of something or pushing somebody's buttons that they know they're very vulnerable with, saying something that would trigger somebody. I just feel like we can take better control of some of those actions, some of those words, think before we do anything. So there's a part of me that says, if we were both trying, if we were both being kind to each other, I feel like we could do this. Spirit, please share with me. I'm overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. I am not myself. They're saying that not only are they haunted by it, but other people are noticing it. Their coworkers, their friends, their family. Hey, what's up? You're not acting like yourself. You've been so quiet. What's going on? You look like you haven't slept. So other people are taking notice that they're not doing well either. Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. This feeling of self-pity. Somebody's got some self-pity. It could be the person who has the regrets that they threw the best thing in their life away. They hurt the best thing in their life. They can't keep it together somehow. Why can't I have a successful relationship? Everything in my rest of my life is okay. Reflections. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. That is the best thing about a no contact. No contact is a chance for you to both think, look at the big picture, not the little day-to-day things that are upsetting you. Do we love each other? Don't we love each other? What are our feelings? So it gives us a chance to decide that we want to be together again or we don't. And usually we find our way back together again with some time. Thank you, Spirit. A reunion. You will always come back to each other. I do feel that this person is I'm going to say they've hit their breaking point. Okay. I'm going to say they are really, really struggling with just day-to-day stuff. And I do feel like they're accepting that maybe their big ego got them in trouble. Maybe they'll never admit it to you, but there's a part of them that says, I can fix things, and I'm going to have to fix things. And they're saying all it's going to take is I'm sorry. So I don't feel like we have, if this person comes to you and says, I'm sorry, and is real and means it, I have a pretty good idea we're going to be back on track before we know it. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. I'm going to ask Spirit to guide you both to this reunion. And I'm going to ask Spirit to bring an apology with it. I feel like an apology is needed. I'm going to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell for future uploads. Thank you for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMammelonPsychicMedium.com. Also, if you'd like to book a private, if you'd like to check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my main channel with lots of love readings, I'll put the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll see you again real soon.